Welcome to Icarus, the most authentic survival game I have ever played. I'm going to be trying to take on every mission from this game on my own without dying. And if I die, I delete my character. It's almost like they know. Yep, they know. Anyway, wish me luck. First things first, let's give this person a name. Susan? No. How about Doug? No, those are nice names, but I've already come up with a name. So lonely. I will be playing through all prospects, so all of these prospects will eventually be completed solo. I don't think we're going to go ahead and start with this one, or really any of these, to be honest. Unfortunately, they have a timeline on them that I'm not going to be able to satisfy because they end so soon, and my character is level 0. But we will work toward completing these missions as they pop up later. But we'll be starting from the beginning. As far as the envirosuit goes, I have had a little conflict over whether I should use the starter package envirosuit or not. I don't see why not.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. Looks like your first time down here. Call me Soul. Looks like paradise. But don't be fooled. The air's poison, wildlife's out to kill you, and the weather's like nothing you've ever seen. You'll need to make yourself some shelter soon enough, but you know what you're doing, right? That's why you came all the way out here and dropped with nothing, 'cause you could. Well, UDA wants you to show you understand the basics before they send you anywhere really dangerous. So get acquainted, then head back up when you're ready. Best of luck, friend. Stay safe.
Alright, so in order for us to be able to do much of anything at this point, we're going to have to gather enough resources and get enough levels to reach level 5 in order to make wood, to create a wood shelter, and then reach level 10. Our main goal is going to be to reach around level 15, but I'm okay if we don't reach level 15 immediately. It's almost like they know. Yep, they know. the reason that we want level 15, ideally, you know, level 15, but level 10 would work as well, is for stone. Unfortunately, we do have these storms that come in, and if we have the thunderstorms come in, as you guys may very well know if you've played this game at all, lightning can happen. And if lightning happens, fires happen. And if fires happen, bases disappear. So we'll just keep working on this and make this base a little bit more than a shack. We've definitely been pushing really hard to try and get enough fur to make a bedroll, but we're still a little bit short, so hopefully we get a little lucky with one of these animals before it hits nighttime, because I also don't have the level for a torch. There's this rabbit here, but rabbits are so hard to hit. And I don't have a guarantee that I'm gonna get any fur from him, but here we go. Nothing. Well, this has become quite a predicament. This is typical of a first night, being out in the dark with no bedroll, so there's a wolf. You know, he won't run. And that's gonna be all the fur we need. Alright, we've made it through the night. Technically the mission's now complete, but I would like us to be a little more prepared going into the next mission, so I'm probably going to stick around and just farm up stone and wood and see where that gets us. Right, so another thing I want to point out is you do get 300 XP from felling trees, but I've also left the trees for the most part on the ground here, which will assist in protecting us from wildlife. So if a wolf runs up, then they'll have less of a chance of being able to reach us. They will actually get stuck on the tree there. It looks like right on the outskirts of our base I found a crop plot of corn here. So corn is actually one of the better foods that you can find. Another thing most people don't know is if you find a corn stalk, a lot of the time you'll find corn on the ground next to it. You don't actually have to pluck the corn. So you can get all this corn here for free, basically. And level up. Alright, in the talent tree, we primarily want to be going for things that are a matter of life and death. Stamina regen could be really helpful for getting us leveled up, though, and I think this is a pretty solid trait to invest in. Physical resistance, base movement speed, these are all essential. Base health regen could also be really good for us, so this is a tough choice here, but I'll probably go with the stamina regen. Look at that shot. And level up. Okay, so I don't see too many of these upgrades necessary, at least in here for now, if ever. I know a lot of this is going to be something that I want to save for tier 2. So I'm going to do my best to try and save my blueprint points from here on out. We're halfway to level 8 at this point, and it should be pretty easy to save those points until we get 10. So a big upgrade that we're going to want to be going for, especially because we need these blueprint points, but we don't want to waste a talent point in this, is this. This. The XP gained is going to be huge, so we are going to keep pushing forward toward that. It looks like we're going to be getting close here pretty soon. I'm going to put a point into low maintenance so we can get ourselves a little bit closer. That tree hurt. That took a lot of help from me, actually. And I'm not even sure how it hit me. And level up. How about that? You just hit 6 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's time to sleep. This is what I'm talking about. Getting these animals stuck in these trees is highly beneficial to your hunting. So a big thing that I wanted to accomplish was just the ability to make a stone base. And with that stone base, we'll be less susceptible to running into storms. This is going to be so important to us because of the thunderstorms that'll be coming up in the upcoming missions. Beside that, I prefer not to play this safe. So we're not going to be playing this safe. We're going to be jumping into the next mission as soon as possible. That said, I don't want to do so unprepared and end up with a base burning down with no resources and very little protection from the elements, considering that this is a hardcore character. So I think because a prerequisite for the EXP gain is the yield, we're going to go with that. And just so you guys know, a big reason that we're going for the stone base is because there is a way of cheesing the next mission when the animals spawn as you're scanning with the radar to despawn the enemies. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be cheesing anything. We're not going to be taking any shortcuts at all, or using any of the game's, for lack of a better term, glitches to benefit ourselves. We're going to be taking this head on, and so that is the reason why I'm taking a little bit of extra time to get prepared for this, because these stone walls are going to be essential, considering we're going to be soloing up against 2 bears in the next mission. Very important to have stone walls for that. And here's another thing, is that if perhaps the character dies, we won't be going through this every time. I'll be skipping ahead. I will likely be just leveling the character back up to level 10 to 15, and then we'll end up proceeding through the missions. I haven't decided whether or not we would use the points that we earn from each mission toward the workshop items, if we're allowed to do that in the first place, and if we do that, what happens to those workshop items when the character passes away? Do they move on to the next character afterward? So I'll let that be up to you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll decide together what we think is fair. Do I want to continue making these small chests over and over the entire playthrough? Probably not. I'm not too sure yet. But at this point, I think the blueprint points are a little bit too valuable to give up. And we can already see a huge difference coming through from the gathering point that we put in under the talent points. It isn't increasing the EXP that we obtain at all, but it is increasing the resources, which is going to be very, very important. Eventually, we'll probably find ourselves digging into the expedition and the survival trees, probably sticking primarily with survival, as we really don't want to die in this playthrough. But let me know also what you think about, digging into some of the other branches and what kind of skill points you think would be most beneficial. Oh, look, I see an animal out there. Let's get it. That's a hard hit. There it is! Also, I think I just saw a shooting star. Oh, it could have just been one of these particle effects. Alright, there it is, level 10. Oh, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. And now we can make a crafting bench. Excellent. Okay, so things that we must have. Stone furnace, anvil bench, iron pickaxe, water skin, oxygen bladder. And as I see now, the Masonry bench is actually level 15. So this episode's already gone on for a little bit here. But as you can see, I took a little bit of a break here, so we actually only have about 4 days left. Let's at least look at what else we can unlock. Skinning bench is going to be absolutely necessary later. I don't know if I want to use a point for it just yet. Oxide dissolver, definitely. Iron knife, pretty important. Longbow, pretty important. Masonry is the main goal. But we have some points left over. Let's use the fireplace perk. That way if I walk into this fire, we're not setting our base on fire. A rain reservoir could be good, but we're not really going to be hurting for that too bad. We can always fill up our reservoirs in caves and water sources. Since I've already unlocked the water skin, I'm not too worried about that. Mortar and pestle, how could I have missed that? The mortar and pestle is going to be a lot more important later. We'll need the crushed bone and epoxy recipes. And we'll definitely need the steel bloom recipes. So let's go ahead and go for a longbow. And wood cupboards are surprisingly cheap, and they do store a lot, so let's go for that. I've got 1 point left, and it almost seems essential that we go for a lightning rod here. And the best part, increased XP gain when not in a party. Do we have wood? Yes. Do we need wood? Yes. Making our first crafting bench. What an exciting time to be alive, and thank God we are. Crafting bench is established. Let's get a little more stone and wood and finish off with a fireplace for this episode. And here comes the fireplace. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Our very first fireplace. Although it does leave a little something to be desired aesthetically. Could probably go for a chimney extension here. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. Well, thanks for sticking around to the end, and it shouldn't take us too much longer to get level 15 at this point. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. I really appreciate it, and have a great day.